Welcome to Honey and Brown.
Welcome. What do we do here?
We do anime and music.
Today?
Music Corner.
Or?
MJ Corner.
Yeah. Welcome to our channel. On this channel, what do we usually do? We do a lot of anime and a lot of music. Right now, we're going down the journey of Michael Jackson. For those of you guys that don't know, Michael Jackson, my favorite performer, musician, human being of all time. Very important to me when I was growing up, like the foundation of what I judge all of my music by. So yeah, I get to introduce it to my wife, who, you know, prior to us doing this channel, hasn't really heard a lot of Michael Jackson.
True.
Now she's like a super fan.
Yeah.
It's insane, and it's like, if Michael Jackson was still alive, I'm pretty sure you'd be stalking him. So
that is true.
Yeah. But the journey we've been going on is what?
Dangerous.
Yeah, the Dangerous album, my favorite album of Michael Jackson. This was basically the first album I ever heard of Michael Jackson. So it's been really cool. We've done, I think, maybe 4 songs so far, and it's been insane, like the songs that I've played for you off of this album, and this is all off of one single type of album. Like it's insane how much this album is just like a masterpiece upon a masterpiece. But today I'm very excited because we're doing my number 2 favorite song by Michael Jackson of all time, like my number 2, and it is Give In To Me. I'm so excited for you to hear the song. My number 1 song being Who Is It, which will be coming very soon. But you know, I thought this one is a very different vibe. So from like the rest of the album, I honestly think like this song kind of stands out from the rest of the album. But again, I'm not going to spoil too much of the song. I'm pretty sure you've heard maybe like bits and pieces, but like, you know, not really like how we dissect the song on this channel. But anyways, we just want to say before we start, thank you all for, you know, continuing to support us, watch our videos, like, comment, all that stuff. Like, it honestly means everything to us, you know, like this channel is nothing without you guys, and that's
so
like
true.
Yeah, it's like the genuine truth. So you know, thank you again. But what we typically do is we kind of just jump right onto the video, and then we have a pretty lengthy discussion at the end. So yeah, if that's your jam, please stick around. But yeah, let's get on to it. Michael Jackson, Give In To Me off of the Dangerous album.
Let's go.
Oh my god, that guitar at the beginning.
She always takes it with a heart of stone, 'cause all she does is throws it back to me.
Dude, his voice in this is incredible.
I know.
Lifetime looking for someone. Don't try to understand me. Just simply do the things I say. Love is a feeling. Give it when I want it. 'Cause I'm on fire. Quench my desire. Give it when I want it. Talk to me, woman. Give it to me. Give it to me. You always knew just how to make me cry, and never did I ask you questions why. It seems you get your kicks from hurting me. Don't try to understand me, 'cause your words just aren't enough.
Oh my god, I forgot how much I love this song.
Quench my desire. Give it when I want it. Taking me higher. Love is a bummer. I don't wanna hear it. Give it to me. Give it to me. You and your friends were laughing at me in town, but it's okay. And it's okay. You won't be laughing, girl, when I'm not around. I'll be okay. And I'm not fine. Got a peace of mind. Oh.
I love the guitar in this too. That's Slash, by the way.
Oh.
Every time I hear this song, blown away.
Mhm.
Woo! Damn, man. Like literally, damn, that song.
Mhm.
That's like a whole new vibe.
Yeah.
Like I forgot how incredible that song is, but you know, we'll definitely get to like your reaction because
Yeah.
I think more people care about that. Because, but what we have been doing though, for the last couple of Dangerous songs is that we've been going over from the detail. They did a Dangerous 30 special where they kind of went over like the whole history of the album. So yeah, again, they did one for this song. So I just want you to get more kind of like a backstory and, you know, just
Okay.
kind of like add to like the history of how important this album is. But yeah,
Okay.
so this is the Details Dangerous 30. This was just their little section on the song Given to Me.
Like any album Michael Jackson would produce post-Thriller, Dangerous would follow a similar formula. As part of this, a Jackson rock song would normally crop up, featuring a popular guitar player to give the track kudos amongst more die-hard rock fans. On Thriller, this was obviously Eddie Van Halen on Beat It, and with Bad, the slot was taken by Steve Stevens on Dirty Diana. For Dangerous, it was Guns N' Roses guitarist Slash's turn. Guns N' Roses being at the height of their popularity, it is no surprise that the King of Pop invited Slash to play on the track, Give In To Me. Although Jackson created a pop, rock, rap crossover success with the creation of Black or White, this was his attempt of an authentic rock song for his latest album. Written, composed, and produced by Michael Jackson and Bill Bottrell, the hard rock ballad expands upon the premise of betrayal often featured in Jackson's work, painting a nightmarish picture with its lyrics. You always knew just how to make me cry, and never did I ask you questions why. It seems you get your kicks from hurting me, Jackson howls. Guns N' Roses guitarist Slash brought the soul-bearing nature of the song to life with his Les Paul guitar. I got off the plane from Africa and drove to the studio, Slash remembers. I basically went in and started to play it. That was it. It was really spontaneous in that way. Just another example of Jackson's ability to borrow elements from grunge rock, a style unheard in his previous work,
Yeah.
and give it heart.
That's insane, actually. I never thought
As
of
part
that.
of Michael Jackson's pursuit for an authentic rock hit, the music video was shot by Andy Morahan, who had become famous for directing a whole host of rock videos including Guns N' Roses' 1992 smash hit November Rain. Shot on June 25, 1992 in Munich, Germany, just 2 days before the opening concert of Michael Jackson's Dangerous World Tour. The Give In To Me video features Jackson performing the song on stage at an indoor rock concert with ex-Living Colour bassist Muzz Skillings, Slash and Gilby Clarke, as well as the band's touring keyboardist Teddy Andreadis. Loud explosions are later heard with visuals of stylized electrical arcs with Jackson dancing as they run down his body, the pyrotechnics appearing in the video being computer-generated and added in post-production.
I think the most gobsmacking, exciting moment was when I shot Michael Jackson and Slash together on that video. You know,
so
he
cool.
was the most incredible
It's a director.
artist and performer at his height. And to actually, I mean, literally the first take we did with him, I forgot to say cut. I was completely dumbstruck, basically. And at the end of the take, even though the track had finished, I'm like, it was unbelievable. It was like watching someone from another planet. I mean, he was like E.T. grown up or something. I mean, he didn't seem human, you know. And when the music started, it was like, you know, putting batteries in the Duracell bunny. He would literally, electricity would course through his body and he'd come alive.
The music video for Give In To Me premiered immediately after Michael Jackson's groundbreaking interview with Oprah Winfrey on February 10, 1993. His first televised interview in over 14 years, the landmark event drew in an audience of 90 million people.
Oh, wow.
During the interview, Michael Jackson revealed
watched
for the
this.
first
Oh, yeah,
time his
yeah.
skin condition, vitiligo, and among other topics, spoke about the abuse he was subjected to at the hands of his father. Because of the press attention these revelations caused, the premiere of the video and subsequent release of the song were largely overshadowed, becoming a moderate hit for the artist.
All right. So, yeah, let's hear what you got to say about that.
Like,
Hold on, sorry. Before we start, like, I want you to actually tell them what you really thought of the video.
okay. I always had like a different, like, you know, a different way of thinking about Michael. Like when Michael talks about love, about sex, like Michael talks about it like he romanticizes it, not like, you know, in a physical, dirty kind of way. So like hearing him sing in here, it's just that I always think of him as innocent, and then I hear him I hear him like sing this song. It's just like, yeah, Michael is a man, I guess.
Yeah.
I forgot. It's like, and it just made me like, oh, it makes me sad because I always like Michael as innocent. I like him innocent. I like when, you know.
But the song itself,
Like the song, like when I listen to the song, it's just gives me just very sad because I just, you know, I know that it's like Michael getting someone to like, you know, just kind of, you know, I don't need to talk. We don't need to talk. We don't need to have a relationship, or we don't need to have an understanding. I just need you right now. Like basically.
oh, that's what you got from the song?
That's what I got. Like, but then it's just like, but then it's so sad because, you know, it's like Michael is just very hurt. Like, I think it's like, you know, loving someone. It's like being in a relationship with someone that, you know, who's just hurting you all the time.
Yeah.
And then, but you have a relationship with them. You're used to them. So like, you know, you just kind of, you just have them for that night, or you just have them with you just to quench your desire, but not really like anything, you know, but you know that this person is not someone you can rely on. And it's just, it makes me so sad to hear that. And honestly, it's just sad that Michael's not innocent. That makes me sad. It's like, remember the time and his face is so innocent. It's like, I love it. He's so hot for me, but he is very hot here. It's just that
He's too man for you.
he's too much of a man for me, I think. I love cutesy things way too much.
Oh, wow, I'm actually surprised. I mean, this song is like one of my favorite, like not one of, it's my like number one or my number two. Like it kind of goes back and forth with this song and Who Is It?
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to put into the like get into your perspective of that because I remember as a kid, I remember just really liking this song, and I never liked rock music as a kid. I hated rock music, and now I love rock music. But for some reason, this song as a kid, I just really loved it. Just really like it latched on to me for some reason. I remember when I heard it, I was like, I remember hearing the song after like Jam and Dangerous and Black or White and all those songs, right? And I was like, wow. And then I heard Given to Me, and I was like, whoa, this is totally different. And I think you kind of get that vibe because you don't really listen to a lot of rock music. Like unless I play you like rock music, you don't really go out of your way. So I don't think you're too familiar with the culture of rock. And
that is true. I think that's why it makes it so different to me.
Yeah.
Just because like this is very rock, and like it's not something that I'm used to.
Yeah, because I think you're used to the more of the pop side of Michael. And I'm kind of like, I love Michael's pop side because Michael doesn't do pop in a pop way. Yeah. You know, like he does it in a very like universal way. But this song, Given to Me, man, I love it. Like I love it. And I never really put two and two together where he was trying to do a kind of like a post grunge feel. And I don't think you know what that means, but just kind of think of like the early 90s rock, which is like Nirvana. You know, there's a few other bands like Fuel, I think Our Lady Peace, you know, like I mean it was that type of vibe at you know, it was like the early 90s rock. But yeah, I think this song, why it stands out is because it was so different from any other song by Michael. Like I know we've done quite a few reactions now, and we kind of always say like when we hear a Michael song, we know it's a Michael song, but it still is like pop and it still has that sound. But when you hear Given to Me, it's just it's completely different. It's almost like the black sheep of his career, and not in a negative way, but just it's just like a rocker way. And I was before when I was saying like I don't think you understand like the culture of rock and really understand like a rock artist's point of view, right? Because not all rock, but like most rock is meant, it's so much angst and it's so much raw and it's so much pain in their voice, and it is like a man's music, right? When a rock artist sings, especially when they sing about love or betrayal, they are singing with in a different in a different point of view, a point of view of someone who's just really broken, whose soul has kind of like left them, right?
Yeah.
And I think this song really captures it because it shows Michael's rock side, and a rock side and a pop side are completely different. Like even the way Michael was dressed was very much in like a rock vibe. So it's because maybe you don't listen to a lot of rock music, and maybe you didn't really, I mean, I don't know if it connected with you, but maybe that's why, you know, it is kind of different because you're so used to like Remember the Time and like, you know, Scream and like all these songs that we've reacted to. This is very much like rock Michael Jackson.
Yeah. And it's just like, it is so much pain. Like I can feel like even just listening to him, it's like it's bringing me down.
It's too
like,
real.
Holy crap! Because like I'm so tired. I'm so like so pain.
I think that's why, because like Michael typically when he sings in a very fairy,
uplifting kind of way.
Well, not all the songs, but like kind of the aura around it. But then when you hear this is very dirty. This is very rock. Like this is rock.
Dark. It's just very dark. Like even like, you know, even with the video, it's like I feel like everything about it is like very dark. It's just it's like you gotta start listening to more rock music. I think that's what it is, because like that's why I love this song even more now. Like I love this as a kid, but now that I listen to so much rock music and then I hear this one, I'm like, damn, this is such a 90s rock song, but it's done in a Michael Jackson way where it's so unique. And you know, that's what a lot of rock songs are. They don't really romanticize love, right? They talk straight up about pain and betrayal, and I think that's why this song captures it. And I don't really think it's more like I mean, again, everyone has their own interpretation of songs. So again, what I think it could be right or wrong. It doesn't matter, and that's the beauty of it. But I don't really think, at least for me, I never got the fact that like he just wanted to like do the deed with the girl. I think it was more just like, you know, he's been betrayed by this woman, and all he has done is ever give everything to her, and all he wants her to do is give in to me for once, you know, show me love, stop, you know, betraying me, stop, you know, like cheating on me, or just stop making me feel so low, you know, like that's actually pretty good.
Like there's like a line, you know, where he says, you always knew how to make me cry, and never did I ask you questions why. Like that's such a rock vibe. Like that's such a rock song. So that's why, I don't know, for me, like, this is like my whole world. I listen to so much rock music, and this is the type of music I typically go into, right? Like rock music doesn't have a lot of happy songs because, you know, rock, like a rock artist is a tortured artist, you know, because almost majority of their songs is written into a perspective of just like a soulless world. And I think that's the perfect way that Michael Jackson wrote this song. It was his rock song. It was his, you know, grunge raw song. And this song stands out completely different from the rest of this album, because this album was more of like New Jack City, more like pop, more of like that sound that we've heard with, you know, Dangerous and Jam and those songs. But this song is just like straight up rock. It's straight up rock. And, you know, in the early 90s, rock was starting to become very huge, right? So, you know, I think he wanted to capture that. I think he wanted to put his stamp on it. But man, the song itself is so good. Like I love the guitar. I love the sound of the guitar. It's so iconic in my mind. Like, you know, but that's just me. I love this song to death. So
like it's really good. I'm not saying, you know, it's like, it's just that I'm not used to Michael like singing this way, and like, you know, and I read some of our comments, and it's so true that a lot of the songs in this, like, you know, in this album, it's so different from each other. Like it is like like the couple songs that we've listened, it is more pop, but there's still like differences, like, you know, it's not all the same sound. And it's just like, and it's so perfect that he also put this song in for this album too, because of how, like, you know, diverse this album is. Like he is really like showcasing his talent of, you know, what he can do and what he can bring on the table. And it's just like Michael's too much of a man in here. It's like I want my innocent Michael.
And it kind of saddens me too that the song was overshadowed by all this stupid controversy at the time, right? I mean, and a lot of this album was overshadowed. Like I know in the long run, this album is like a masterpiece, and it's one of the most highest selling albums, and even at the time it was it was one of the highest selling albums of all time, but I really feel that Dangerous, again, like we've already discussed this before, how like Dangerous, the album, is just ahead of its time, completely different sound from the 80s Michael, that was already not really working against him, but people from the 80s that were following him, when they hear songs from here, like from the Dangerous album, it's very much, again, I really feel like the Dangerous album was for the youth at the time. It's like, hey, I did Off the Wall, Thriller, and Bad, like that's iconic, but now it's time to like, all right, branch out and let's do something new. And the 90s was changing. The 90s was very much the birth of like hip hop. And then through that, it was the rebellious nature of rock, and that's kind of how rock and especially grunge started. It was like, the middle finger to the world, to the establishment. It was like, we are the outsiders, we are the people that are gonna like rebel against the world, right? And I think he captures it in the song in terms of like the sound, like sonically, right? But lyrically, man, like this song is just, it's everything that I would put into a song if I was a songwriter. Like every word that he says in the song is just like, like quench my desire, like love is a woman, like tell it to the preacher. Like it's so beautiful because it's such a rock vibe to it. You know what I mean? It's a perfect way of kind of like explaining a man's pain. So.
That's true. And like, you're right. Like, I didn't even know that, because like we actually watched that interview with Oprah, like that the detail was showing. We watched that interview, and I didn't know that was for the Dangerous. That was like in the for the Dangerous album.
Like the early 90s,
And it's sad that like, because everything I remember from that interview is nothing about the album.
I know.
Nothing at all. It's just that's sad, because like this album is amazing. It should have been showcased for that, but like everyone was just wanting to talk about the controversies, and it's just,
I feel like I'm not gonna say like people missed out, because obviously not. This album is one of the highest of all time, but at the time, oh man, like
people didn't see genius.
And that's like the crazy thing. Like a song like this, Given to Me, again, it's a Michael Jackson song, so it is known, but it's really not known like for the general population. Like it ain't like a Black or White, it ain't like a Bad or like a Thriller. It's and I feel like this song could have been like a huge hit. Like it was still a hit, but I honestly think like this song could have been like, this would have really showcased that Michael is not just pop, that he can do rock, and he can do rock better than all of you guys, right? So it just sucks that like some of the controversy and some of the crap that he had to endure at the time, it really overshadowed, because Michael literally poured his heart and soul into this. Like after this, Michael was soulless because he put everything into this album, because it was like, how I said before, how like the early 90s rock was very much like a rebellious time, right? It was like them against the establishment. I feel like when Michael went into the studio to create this album, it was him against the establishment. And I really feel like I don't know, like the album and the whole era of Dangerous, hugely successful. I'm not taking anything away from that. When I really look back on it, not a lot of people talk about the Dangerous era. Like they always talk about Off the Wall, Thriller, and Bad, which is rightfully so, right? But the Dangerous one is because it was such a switch in styles, and then he switched his style again with Given to Me, which again would have been like a rebellious time against the sound that he was going for, right? Because the entire Dangerous album is like pop, new jack, R&B, hip hop, and then you have this grunge song just kind of comes out of nowhere again. So I don't know, I love the song, and it's like the song puts me like in a whole different type of like mood. It's very like solemn mood, but it's like I get to like rock out, and I don't know.
It makes me too sad. It's like I'm just sad. The lyrics makes me sad. It's like too painful. It's too real. It's too real to me.
But yeah, anyways, I'm excited that you're getting to experience Dangerous, and that And you know, and I do like that it's like an honest opinion. Like, you know, we all love Michael, but we don't have to like, you know, not every song will really kind of captivate us all. And I like that, you know, like it's fine to like not every song needs to connect with you because, you know, but
no, I still love Michael. Like I still love his look here. It's like, you know, when he says like, you know, don't try to understand me, just simply do the things I say. I mean, like, yes, Michael, I will. You know, it's like I will do whatever you say. I still love him.
Yeah.
It's just like it's a very different feeling, and I'm not really like a rock person at all. I think we've established that in this channel. It's very hard for me to connect with rock. Yes, but I still love it, Michael. I still love the song. Like, you know, it's still like very amazing. It's just that so sad, and
it didn't connect with you like the other song, which is completely fine. Yeah. It connected with me. So that's all that matters. I'm just kidding. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this. Hopefully we didn't like ramble on too long. But yeah, the song is amazing, and yeah, can't wait for the next one. I don't know which one we're gonna do, but we're gonna definitely hit Who Is It and In the Closet. If you thought Michael was like a different mood in this one, wait till you see not Who Is It, In the Closet. That's gonna like blow your mind.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, we'll see you in the next video.
See you.